Let me start with a live commentary of what's happening on the screen right now. So this is a slight incline and I'm in full throttle. You can see me bringing the wrist and it is steadily taking on speed. Now it's at 120.22 and now that was a crest and now we are going down, right? So we are declining on this slope. There is this slope and then we're going down, and I hit around 137, I think. Yeah, that was the top for now. And now again there is an incline, and up there was a conflict, in the sense there was a lot of traffic, and then I cut the throttle and I navigated through it, filtered through it. Now watch this. It is the 6th gear and I picked it up on an incline from 55 kilometers per hour. Okay, now it's steadily rising. I cannot imagine doing this on my KTM Adventure 250. 390, since I have not ridden it extensively, I don't know, but here this was just amazing. That engine, that small, it's a cracker. It's a cracker of an engine that this bike has. Overall, I feel the nature of the engine is that you open the throttle irrespective of the gear, that is, I already mentioned. It is an engine that says, yes, I will get you there. Yes, I will get you there. Not the, yes, I want to get there. I want to get there. Yes, I'm gonna get there. That is what probably I would compare my KTM to, because you open it up, it makes a lot of fuss about it, and then it finally goes there, or it tries to go there. But then this one, the one on the Vstrom, I'm comparing 250s with 250s. It is okay, Adventure 250 KTM with the Vstrom 250. I felt this Vstrom 250's engine is an engine that says, yes, I will get you there, and it gets you there. Okay, and that is what I loved about it. I really love that. Yeah, it's eager. It's an eager engine. It'll get things done for you guys. Yeah. The 250cc oil cooled, simple as kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Simplicity, and it just pulls. And this is one thing I really love about this engine, the tractability of this engine, as they call it. Amazing. And me being a lazy bum, I don't like shifting gears. Okay, I only shift when it's necessary. Now I can just do this whole highway, provided I don't cut the speed below 40 kmph in 6th gear. Just in 6th gear. Alright, I can complete the whole of this highway, this road, on just 6th gear, and I can vary my speed from 60 to as far as you guys would have seen, around 130 probably kilometers per hour. Yeah, so that is one of the things that just blew me away. And I would like to say, let me start with the proper review thingy here, that it is one of the most underrated motorcycles since launch, that is. I think it was launched about a couple of months ago, maybe in the first quarter or the second quarter of this year, 2022. I think it was launched in the second quarter most probably, and then since then it's I think the first quarter, that is after April, that is. Yeah. So since then it's been I'm not sure how well it is done in the market, but I hardly see these bikes on the roads, that is. But then I just can't understand why it hasn't sold in such great numbers. It is an understated motorcycle. It has a puller of an engine. The engine is just a puller. It just pulls. And pulls as far as its capacity goes, that is, of course. And what else I like about it is that I would say I got you guys would have seen the fuel efficiency video that is also there on my channel of this motorcycle. I have not put it in this particular review, but it's there. Go and check it out. And I think it is a guaranteed 30 kilometers per liter engine, or machine for that matter. Yeah, because no matter how hard I rode, you could see I got around 35 kilometers per liter on this kind of riding that is. Okay. And then the next instance was the sample size was very less because I just traveled around 100 odd kilometers, and then I took the mileage reading. So the average was more or less around 32 or 33, I think. Yeah. So 30 kilometers per liter is guaranteed on this motorcycle, and for that price of around 2.75 lakhs on road Bangalore, and the kind of tractability this engine has, a gem of an engine, I think it is a no-brainer. The nature of the engine, as already discussed, is such, and but when we talk about the NVH, let me tell you one thing. There is a little bit of noise. There is a little bit of vibration. Harshness, I don't think it's as high as it is in my KTM Adventure 250. That is, it's not harsh. The noise is mostly because if you open the throttle fully and the detonation occurs in the block, which is really trying to work hard, pulling you forward, that is, I think that is justified as far as that noise is concerned. It's not too irritating. It's not mad doggish like it is in the KTMs, that is. Okay, I think the compression ratio also must be lower than the KTMs, for all I know. So vibration wise, I would say no, nothing to complain about. Nothing so bad that I didn't like riding it, that is. And moreover, I covered close to 250 kilometers in a day, doing a lot of stunts. I mean, in the sense, a lot of circus I did, going from here to there, mostly on highways, that is. So fatigue levels were very well controlled. Maybe I was under the influence of riding a new bike, but then again, I don't think it was a problem. But compared to the machine that I currently ride, this one is way manageable in terms of the noise, vibrations, and harshness. Yes, definitely. And thumbs up, definitely a thumbs up for this in terms of that. Build wise also, I like the way it's been put together. Because I touched the windshield and the clamps that it is screwed on. Pretty tough. Pretty tough. The plastic panels and rest of the things, they're pretty tough. And as far as the vibrating of the front indicators are concerned, you can see it in the video right now. They aren't vibrating like there's no tomorrow. They're still stable. Okay, we're doing pretty decent speeds, and this is the concrete road that we're riding on. Yeah, there's nothing to complain about. Okay, so if in case you come across some sort of a bad let's say review online, I think they're most probably overreacting. Okay, but as far as I'm concerned, coming from an Adventure 250, KTM Adventure 250, yeah, I like this. I love this, especially the nature of the engine. Now, having spoken about these things, I think you guys would have seen this on several other vlogs or reviews and such. Okay, I don't want to go about the design aspects as such, but then let me talk a bit about the ergonomics. Right, so it is upright. Now the thing is, in my KTM Adventure 250, what I've done is I have installed handlebar risers, and they are angled risers, in the sense the handlebar comes a bit closer to me, so that makes it very comfortable. This one I had to bend in. Okay, I had to, like the stands that I was used to sitting in on the Interceptor 650, where what is it called? It's called bend forward and beg. Not that extreme, but then a little bit. I had to hunch down a little bit here for my height, that is 5'10". I had to hunch down, So handlebar risers are a must as far as this bike is concerned in terms of ergonomic fit for me. We need the handlebar risers. Yeah, I need the handlebar risers at least. And second thing is the seat. The seat is, yes, a bit softer. Now I love the seat on the KTM Adventure 250/390 because I've done my Bangalore to Guwahati plus the whole of Northeast rides on that seat and had zero complaints. That was one of the best touring seats that probably even I'm not sure even a uh, later class adventure bike or a touring bike cannot offer. Okay. uh, what I saw on the Suzuki website is that they have a low sprung seat. I think it reduces the height of the seat by around 25 mm, and that is I think if it's available, provided it's available as an accessory in the showroom, one should opt for it, because the lesser the height, the lesser the padding, and probably it'll add a little bit of firmness that one needs for highway touring. Okay. But then having said that, see, we all as humans, we are adaptive, even my ass for that matter. So I got used to it by the end of the day. By the end of riding this bike for close to 250 kilometers, I almost got used to it, and I forgot complaining about the softness of the cushion, which was actually bothering me initially. But then later on in the day, I think I almost got used to it. So it's also a matter of getting used to things, right? So here I am, I'm showing you guys once again the tractable nature of this. Let's say I'm negotiating this jam, and I never had to drop a gear. I just had to twist my throttle, and that's it. It takes care of it, right? Yeah. So going back to what I was explaining about the seat. So the seat wise, I prefer it a bit firmer, but then for each his own. Lengthwise, yes, the seat is a bit shorter than the KTM Adventures, but then I could still rest my thigh on it at times. I'm used to riding, and then at times I shift my bum cheeks left to right, right to left, and in that course of time I rest my thighs also. So thigh support, pretty good thigh support. You can get this even though it's short, but it is wide. It's not that short as the Honda CB200X that I had. There is some space for it to move forward and back. But the ultimate luxury, as I told you, is the KTM Adventure series. The seats on those are long, wide, firm, right amount of firmness for touring it is. Right. So having cleared that aspect here, let's move on to few other things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so tubeless tires, one of the best. See, I don't like spoke wheels, and nor am I one of those person who follows fads saying, oh, off-roading you need to have uh, spoke wheels. No, I do off-roading with my tube tires. It doesn't matter if it break it or whatsoever it is. But till now, I've never cracked or broken a mag wheel. Okay, and they're well balanced, pretty good on this bike. And as far as the suspension is concerned, they are not as stiff as the KTM's. Of course, you can't compare the white power suspension systems that you get with the KTM's. I think you pay a premium for that itself on that motorcycle. But here, it is I would say 20 to 30% softer. But then it really does not hamper the handling as such on high speeds. It does a decent job. I would not say impeccably good job like the KTM Adventures, but it does a decent job, pretty decent job. So that is a check already. That's not a problem. Okay, it's all a matter of getting used to your new controls and new feedbacks. When you ride or drive, it's all about getting used to your controls and your feedbacks. the feedback that you get from your controls, that is, yeah. And once you get a hang of it, nothing like it. You can do whatever you want to do with that, the bike or the car, right? So suspension has been spoken about, that is fine, that is done. What else do we, yeah, so luggage carrying capacity, I think luggage and stuff, this thing did not have anything. I mean, in the sense, it just had a uh, I was wearing my bag on my back, that is. You could yeah, fit a top box on the rack, top box rack that comes fitted from the factory for this. I think the load capacity they quote as having it only as 5 kgs. But then the irony is most of these boxes themselves weigh around 5 kgs, or the empty boxes, that is, they weigh around 5 kgs and plus. What are you going to put inside it if that is to be adhered to, right? So keeping that in mind, yeah, you could probably go till 10 kilos or whatever, but then it will definitely affect your handling for sure, yeah, just like it did on my KTM during my Bangalore to Guwahati run, yeah. So what I would advise is go for the plastic ones, the plastic top box, and fit in only the essentials, and then take a soft bag and then keep it on the pillion seat. All right, so that should be an ideal setup for your touring needs, that is, and you'll get good control of the bike for all I know. Yeah, it should be fine. Side panniers is something I had been contemplating, but then I feel no, because you can't filter well, and sometimes if you forget that you're running panniers and then you try overtaking, God forbid, okay, you miscalculated the distance needed, because you're literally like riding a auto rickshaw, that is, yeah. So that is one thing I don't wish to do. So side panels are not for me. But then guys who do fit in side panels, please be careful, mind your be very mindful about your dimensions, right? What else should, yeah, the windshield, yeah, windshield is shit, in the sense, yeah, it did increase the buffeting at my helmet. So thankfully they have the clamps, solid clamps, they're pretty strong, they don't vibrate. So this windshield is going out. If at all I'm buying this bike, the windshield is going out, and there comes in a customized one, a bigger one, a larger one, that would put the wind above my helmet, not at my helmet, that is. So most probably it should be the airflow system, and there needs to be a little bit of machining done. I need to find the right clamps, I need to fabricate them, in fact, to fit it in. And then also I think as far as the drag coefficient goes, fitting in a larger windshield might slow this down by a tad, but then I am confident that this engine will handle it way better than how my current Adventure 250 handles the drag of the airflow windshield that I have from Gibi. Yeah. Oh yes, and with regards to off-roading in inverted commas, that is another fad nowadays. Off-roading, on-roading, and all that other bullshit. I would still prefer, or I would say the best off-roading bikes are the TVS 50 XL or 100 XL, and then Splendor and CD 100 and all those bikes, for the lightness and the ability to go anywhere carrying the whole household on them. Okay, even they can even whoop the arse of a GS 1250 or any other big liter class bike. Okay, leave that aside. Now what you see right now is off-roading as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so I am off-roading on this, no major concerns. Okay, it all depends on how you ride, guys. Okay, just ride the way, ride so that you don't fall, or you don't end up crashing, okay, and blowing your ass up. So that's it, that's all you need. Okay, off-roading wise, yeah, you can off-road any bike, that is, even a R15 or a sports bike, even a RTM, sorry, what is it called, KTM RC390, you can off-road. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. So keeping that in mind, I would say one good thing about off-roading on this bike is in my KTM there were times where the initial is so bad that it used to stall when you let go of the clutch. But here there is no such fear because you let go of the clutch and it just pulls. The clutch is the bite of the clutch is so good. It literally pulls on your pants. Okay, I had this feeling only when I was riding the Kawasaki. I realized that, and I have the similar feeling on this, the 250cc bike, Kawasaki 650. I think if you guys can remember the stretch between Bhubaneswar and Kharagpur, that is when I had ridden my friend's Vulcan, and that had the same feeling. You slot it in a gear, let go of the clutch, and it would pull. There was so much of torque on offer there, right? So similar experience I had, but of course not that much of torque that 650 can produce. Whatever torque the 250 has, it gave me, in the sense I could feel that, and there was no stalling business here. And the best part is, see, on papers it does not seem impressive. Whatever you see, the torque figures of the BHP, I think they're in the 20s, the early 20s, that is 22, I think, BHP. Please look it up, okay? I'm sorry about that, but then yeah, so that is what it is. But on papers it looks so low, but I feel in practice, in practical sense, it's amazing and it is useful compared to what I probably read on the KTM Adventure 250. It's all on papers, but when you open throttle, what good is it if it stalls on you, right? So that way, yeah, I like this. Once again, a compliment for several times, in fact, a compliment to the engine, that is. And the simplest part is, it's, since I would have already mentioned, it's oiled cooled engine, no liquid cooling, no other complicated gizmo stuff, just KISS, that is, keep it simple, stupid engineering. And I think it will be more reliable, in the sense it gives me that feeling, that is, it will chug along no matter what it is. It gives me that innate feeling where you feel that yes, this engine is going to carry on no matter what. Okay, because see, the more the sensors, more the paraphernalia you have on an engine, like maybe your liquid cooling and radiator and all that stuff, the more the chances are for more points there for failing. All right, more points of failures in a complicated engine. When you keep it simple, what else do you have? All you have is oil, radiator, and that's it, man. Okay, you have your regular piston head, and then electronics and stuff. And we are talking about a Jap, my dear friends. It's a Suzuki. On the same lines as Honda or Kawasaki or Yamaha. Okay, need I say more? Okay, over a period of time, the Japanese engineering has slowly grown on me. Yes, I have used German and European engineered products like cars. I have had a Skoda, and yeah, of course, I've been a KTM fanboy ever since. But then this is really impressive. Yeah, wow. For all I know, yeah, pretty good. So alright guys, thanks so much for watching this vlog, and hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Thanks, until next time. Ciao.